Hello everyone. Many of you do not know who I am or what I do, but my work is very important. There are more slaves today around the world than there were before the Civil War, and slave trades from Africa to North America and throughout the world. That number is almost double today. There are over 30 million current slaves in the world today, 6 million of those being children. These slaves are used for underage working labor, organ harvesting, and the biggest use being sex slaves. My name is Timothy Ballard. I was born and raised in the state of California. After graduating high school, I went on a 2-year mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Chile. There I learned to speak fluent Spanish, and that would become very useful in my upcoming career path. Returning from my mission, I went to Brigham Young University for 4 years. I graduated with a bachelor's degree and went to work for the U.S. Homeland Security. For over 10 years, I worked for the government. I held many different positions, but my main field was child trafficking. For example, I worked on the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force. I was also on the U.S. Child Sex Tourism Jump Team. An experience on this team was one of the reasons I chose to start OUR. I was chosen by the Colombian government to go undercover as a child sex trafficker. I would infiltrate trafficking rings and place cameras, microphones, and other equipment to pin these crimes on certain people and free the slaves getting them back to their families. This operation got over 5 people put into prison and freed over 50 slaves, boys and girls ages 9 to 18. On my way to the boat, I saw a little boy that had been freed. He was behind a glass window and put his hand up to mine, so I placed mine on his. These children were then put on a plane and taken to the U.S. to a hospital for rehabilitation near my home. On my way home from the airport, there were 2 different off-ramps that would change my life. The first one would take me to the hospital where the little boy that I had saved was lying in bed. The second ramp would take me back to my family. I could take the second ramp, which was my main choice, but that would end my connection with these situations. I could stop myself from seeing these happen anymore. The second ramp is the way I wanted to go, but what would happen if I went to the hospital? I would continue to help these kids, and I would keep going on these missions and protect more children. So I went on the first ramp. This prompted me to start OUR, or Operation Underground Railroad. For the last 7 years, I've run OUR. We have run countless operations and saved countless lives. This is the OUR promise. OUR salutes our nation's law enforcement officers and prosecutes the federal, state, and local levels who protect our country's children. Law enforcement professionals skillfully investigate, arrest, and prosecute those who violate children. Our nation's police efforts to protect children in the U.S. are light years ahead of many, if not all other countries. OUR acknowledges the expertise and extraordinary work done by these dedicated men and women who bravely battle the scourge of child sexual exploitation. OUR shares the mission to save children and seek justice for those who victimize them. Therefore, OUR is committed to enhancing law enforcement efforts by providing resources where budget shortfalls prohibit a child pornography, child exploitation, or human trafficking operation from going forward. OUR will also provide or facilitate child exploitation investigative training in U.S. jurisdictions where a need exists. Collaborating with law enforcement will reduce duplication, promote best practices, and avoid other potential issues which might arise without close coordination. OUR is privileged and honored to support our nation's heroes in this important cause to deter, disrupt, and dismantle child exploitation and the trafficking of children in our nation's community. My contribution to the world is very important. I changed the way law enforcement is going about these human traffickers and will forever try to keep the world safe by continuing with my foundations.